Once again,
I'm gonna talk about prayer again. Yeah, last time I talked about prayer, and I'm still talking about prayer because not until I exhaust every word that I get to hear from the Lord, you know. So we had a wonderful service yesterday. The pastor was talking about the importance of prayer, and I just thought of sharing what the Lord spoke to me on the day. And yeah, so prayer is actually very important in our Christian walk, Christian lifestyle. Prayer is actually the the way we communicate with the spiritual. Actually, it's the way we communicate with the Father. Prayer is in different ways, as you can put it, and different kind of prayers and all that, setups and all that. But prayer is actually very, very important. And the moment you get to understand the importance of prayer, you just need to go deep and dig deep until you get to that point. So I'm talking about prayer and the importance of prayer. Prayer gives you power. Prayer makes you understand things. Prayer makes you walk over temptations. Because when you are strong in prayer, whatever succumbs you, you will know to say, oh, this one I can handle it in this direction. Prayer has to be a lifestyle in your life. Now, let me just drift up a bit and talk about a living and a dead church. Now, there's two categories of church, and I'm not talking about a building, neither am I talking about a wall or something, but I'm talking about a church that is defined as in the ministry of Christ to humanity. This man gave me this nice definition. What is church? I said church is a ministry of Christ to humanity, and that is why we are here. That is the purpose we here. That is our main goal, to talk about Christ everywhere we go, talk about Jesus everywhere we go. Now, there's a living church and a dead church. Now, a living church is one that activates, that practices prayer. It's through prayer that we strengthen our faith. It's through prayer that we get to wrestle against demons, against principalities, against the works of the enemies. Now, talk about living in a dead church. Let me talk about the dead one. A dead church only prays once on a Sunday. A dead church only spends 2 hours on prayer, and the rest of its hours either work or on social media or fun. That. What am I talking about? If your prayer line isn't that activated, isn't that strong, you're a dead church. How will your faith get strengthened if you don't talk to your Creator? So yeah, a living church knows to say prayer is key to survival. It knows to say prayer is key to talk to the Creator, the Spirit world. Many of us have lost that way. We have forgotten the power of prayer, and that is why that's dangerous. That's pretty much dangerous in church. Spread the gospel, talk about Jesus, and prayer is key. Prayer makes you whole. Prayer makes you understand things, And here's the fact, a person that prays less faces so much temptations and falls. But a person that prays too much faces temptations and overcomes them. For example, let's talk about Jesus. He started his ministry 40 days and 40 nights in prayer. He overcame temptations. On many occasions, he was tried by people. He was tempted by the devil. He was tried in all sorts of ways. Because we do not wrestle against flesh and blood. Because it's only through prayer that we fight against spirits. So now, are you a living or a dead church? A honor that needs to be treasured. God gave us this gift. It's a gift. It's a privilege to pray. And if you don't use that, you're as good as dead. You're good as dead. Prayer is key. Be a Christian that prays. Be a Christian that loves prayer. Be a Christian that enjoys prayer, that lives in prayer, that dines in prayer. And the Lord says He's looking for those that will worship Him in spirit and in truth. Now, how you worship Him in spirit and truth? Only if you pray. To live is Christ and to die is gain. Now, if you're not a Christian that prays, you won't understand that phrase. What am I gaining when I die? But a prayerful person will know to say, no, to live is Christ, but to die is gain. Also, it's been Arzluck, Rymus, and if you like that, share with friends. Let them know that Christ needs them to pray. He needs them to put prayer as a living culture.